Alright, today we get to finish off the Lost Woods and kind of get started on a few other things. We're going to cover a little bit of ground today. I figured out which of these sculptures that I missed, by the way. So we're going to be going ahead and getting that shortly. But we're going to be taking on the Lost Woods first. And as you can see, the other bottle was filled with a bug, of course. I just used one. I did use the Moo milk, or the milk. You know, the Lon milk, I guess, is, I don't know why I thought Moo, maybe I'm still on that Pokemon trip, but I used it off screen because we needed room for some more bugs, because in the Lost Woods there's only like one little area where you can actually get more bugs, and it'd be kind of annoying to have to run there like 3 different times, because we are going to be getting 3 soil Skulltulas at least today. And he's going to basically tell us what I already know, but if you didn't already know, yes, if you walk into each like of the entrances that you see here, you'll hear music be a lot more louder near some of them. So as you can see, like there's bugs there, see, we're going to get them, of course, because we need them. But as you can hear how there's silence and then all of a sudden the music was there, that's kind of what he was talking about. And you need to follow that music in order to find the end of basically the Lost Woods and find the Sacred Forest Meadow. So, and of course we need the Deku shield for this, because we don't want him like pelting us while we're trying to get this Skulltula. So we can use these bugs and kind of force out another Skulltula that we can get, and while we're waiting for it, we need to kind of make sure that other one on the other side isn't like trying to kill us either. So now that it's out, 1 and 2, and thank you for the text box, that way we didn't get pelted. I don't understand this, but I don't know why I did that, but we have to re-equip the mask, and once you do, down here, you don't get anything too relevant down here, but it's just something I want to show. If you use the mask here, you're going to send all these like little children. I guess they're all Deku Scrub brothers, and they are kind of, they think that you resemble one of their deities or whatever, and if you come over and talk to this like elder one, he'll give you a upgrade for the Deku stick, so that's pretty cool. Not really necessary, of course. You hardly ever really use Deku sticks throughout the game other than to light torches and stuff, but it's still kind of something that I wanted to show off. Now, we've gone through everything that we really need to do side-wise in the Lost Forest as far as I'm remembering here. So, yeah, we're basically going to make our way now to the Sacred Forest Meadow. As you can see, we're listening for the music, and it's louder over here. So it's not hard to get through this place, honestly. You just have to, have good ears. So, yeah. Anyways, we are now in the Sacred Forest Meadow, and we get introduced to a new type of enemy here, and that would be the Wolfos. I think there's like multiple versions of Wolfos, but I always just refer to them as Wolfos. And they're really annoying. They will shield from stuff with like their front like paws and stuff, which are apparently enough to take care of a butter knife, but I mean, whatever. Also, if I don't remember 100% if this is like guaranteed or not, but if you manage to actually hit their backs, then you just instantly kill them. I don't really remember. I never really pay attention to small details like that. I usually just, slash away. One of those types of deals. Anyways, you're gonna see a bunch of like Deku shrubs here. You can honestly just run through them. Even if you get hit, it doesn't matter because of something that we're gonna, kind of take care of on the way out of here. So honestly, it doesn't really matter if you take some damage and whatever, it's not really relevant. So, but there are a few rupees that you can find in these little, like, patch areas here. I don't know if anyone caught that, but out of the corner of their eyes, they might have seen a ladder that's going to be relevant here shortly. But, what we want to do is we want to kind of come up here, tongue twisting myself here, and we're going to find a very familiar face, and that would be Saria. She's actually basically the whole source of this actual music for the Lost Woods. As you can see, she's over here playing her ocarina that she gave us, so somehow she just teleported a new ocarina from us to her, I guess, or something, I don't know. But, yeah, as you can see, she sits there and plays it, and whenever she stops, things kind of, stop. So, it's basically her playing that song, which is cool enough. I honestly think it's pretty neat. Unlike the Sun song, which is kind of bland when it comes to not only the notes that are used, but the full length of the song, essentially, Saria's song is actually one of the more cool songs, and it's also a song that's definitely going to kind of stick with you after you hear it. You pretty much hear it instantly whenever you come into the forest anyways, but as you go along you find out it's actually Saria's song. So it's kind of a really cool, you know, melody, and it's one of my favorites from this game, but and we get to use this later down the line for a few things. One you're going to be seeing in this episode, and then there's, if I remember correctly, at least one or two more instances. Or yeah, I think there's like one or two more instances after this that we actually use this song. So, and yeah, you can use it to talk to her or whatever, I guess. But now that we're done with that, we can get out of here, but not before we take care of something else. Another thing that's basically being introduced into the game for us for the first time. If you climb up this little ladder here, you'll find this little thing here with a hole, and in this hole you'll be able to find a fairy fountain. Fairy fountains, you can obviously take empty bottles in here, catch a fairy, and I think in some of the previous Zelda games it only recovered like 5 hearts or something like that, but in this game, and I think in Majora's Mask, it recovers all of your hearts, no matter, it could be if you have like all like 18 or 20 hearts or however many it was. I don't remember how many the actual full number was off the top of my head, but it will literally refill everything to full and it won't matter, so it's really nice to have. Obviously we still need bugs though, so I can't just empty out the bugs from the other bottle and get one, and usually one fairy is more than enough unless you're going up against a really difficult fight, but that shouldn't really be a problem. So, and we have more Kebora Kebora. Yes, of course we learned the song, and yeah, it's great. Also, speaking of the Ocarina, I don't really remember every song off the top of my head, so sometimes you'll see me kind of pressing the musical note thing in the Ocarina and trying to figure out what the notes were for a specific song. Just because my memory isn't that great, but even though now that we're out of the Lost Woods, we're actually going back in because there's 2 more things that we need to do in the room that involves the Skull Kid. Obviously, we have the Skull Mask, so we have to take care of that. And if you didn't already know already from me trying to do this in the last episode, yeah, you have to bring the Skull Mask to him. But you can't give him the Skull Mask until you actually have Saria's song, because you want to play the Saria song because he'll give you something for free, which is a piece of heart. So, kind of recommend that you do that. I don't know why I just got off of there. You do want to target him, but you want to be on this log. I don't know why I got off of there, but as you can see, as long as you have the mask on, he'll be like, oh, you're that Skull Kid under the, or not the Skull Kid, but that Kokiri Kid under the mask, and he'll give you 10 rupees for it, for a $20, or for, yeah, $20, 20 rupee mask. So we're going to have to go a little bit neg in order to kind of pay for the mask and, you know, whatever. But considering that the, you know, Castle Gate thing is, kind of forgiving with the red rupees, we should be fine. I mean, we got 10 rupees, we'll get another 20, I'm pretty sure we'll be set. So it's not a big deal. But as I mentioned before, we do still need bugs, and we can get a Skulltula here. There's also another Skulltula that we're going to be getting, which you can only get at night. So once we get this thing to come out of the ground, I like how this thing just takes forever. I don't understand why they made it so that way it takes so long for it to come out, and hooray, we just take free damage, I guess. But as you'll see, note thing, I had to kind of, and I accidentally pressed the wrong thing there. But yeah, we need to make it night because there is a Skulltula that we can get only at night here. It's hanging on the back of the house towards the entrance of the forest. So we're going to go ahead and go and get that while we're on our way out. That way we don't have to kind of like forget about it and then come back and get it at a later time, which is, if I remember correctly, possible. But still, I really don't want to have to do that. So over here we go, and as you can hear, it's there. Don't want to get hit again, so just try and, okay, there we go. And can we just pick up the token? No, we can't climb up on that. And I like how they did this. I think that they kind of expect you to just use the boomerang here, but you could just jump slash, I guess. I mean, that works. But spoiler alert, of course, yes, at some point we'll get a boomerang, but that's a little bit later down the line. So now that we're done with the forest again, we're going to go outside and play the Sun Song again. That way the gate will be down because we're going to head back to Castletown. We obviously need to pay for the mask, and then the sculpture that we missed is actually in Hyrule Castle as well. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that, and that'll take up a huge majority of the rest of this episode, of course. Today's going to be a little bit faster just because I wanted to get an episode out for you guys. I know I've been kind of slacking a bit lately, but it's partly because of a few things that have been happening to me when it comes to real life. So, I mean, just kind of dealing with things as well as trying to keep doing this for people. Just kind of figured I'd, you know, throw a little bit of that information out there in case people were wondering why I was kind of slacking off in regards to my Let's Plays, but I mean, not much that I can really do outside of explaining that. So, we're going to go ahead and get a rupee real quick, that way we can kind of cover the 20 rupees that we're going to have to, you know, give to the Happy Mask Salesman. So, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll just head back into town. And then we have to just go talk to him, and then we'll get the last Skulltula, and then we're going to make our way over back to Kakariko, because obviously there are things that we can do there now. Once we get this mask paid for, we will actually be able to pick up another mask for the side quest, and yeah, let's just roll into doors some more. I mean, why not? But as you can see, off to the far corner there was a new mask, and it would be the spooky mask. And I'm pretty sure we can all kind of understand where this mask is supposed to go. As far as I remember anyways, you're supposed to give this to the kid that walks around in the graveyard during the day. I'm not sure if there's like anything I need to do to specifically trigger that, but yeah. As for the Skulltula that we missed, it would be in this tree. And I was kind of praying that it wouldn't fall on me. It looked like it was going to, but whatever. We got it. That's the one that we were missing from before. We should have had 11 by the time we got to the Skulltula house, but we had 9. And then I ended up getting one that we had missed in Kakariko. I did not want to talk to you. I don't know if she's the reason why that chicken just started screaming, but whatever. But yeah, we should have had 11 by the time we got to the Skulltula house, but we didn't. So we had 9. I don't know if I missed 2. I think it was just the one that was in Kakariko at night that we had to go back and get, but I could be wrong, so I'm not entirely sure. I think that was, but I don't know. 10 was the relevant number, the key number anyways, so that's just how things work, I guess. So, hooray, we're back in Kakariko. We've done a lot of running around, haven't we? This is going to be kind of a thing that we're going to have to deal with throughout the entire game, essentially, as much as people may not like the whole idea of running around. But I am going to try and complete as much of this game as I can, of course. I don't know if I'll be able to 100% this, but I'm going to certainly try. So, but yeah, we're going to probably be climbing up Death Mountain in the next episode, and if it's possible, we'll probably be taking care of the next mask part of the side quest. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.